Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to cover what is RLS, row level security, what exactly it is. So let's start. Before actually deep diving into what is RLS, we will talk about it, what we have done till now. So we have set up, we have gone through what is Supabase in general, what is Supabase auth and how can you set up in the bubble. The second thing, third thing that we have already done is how we fetch the data from the Supabase to the bubble. That we have already done. Now the most important thing is security. If you remember, we have set up this job board, right? In the last video, where anyone can fetch the data and anyone can add the jobs. But when you do the production level app or actual real life scenario, add job is the only a admin job. Like add job can only be done by the admin. No other user can do it, right? Or manager can do it, whoever it gives the permission, right? So it mostly based on the roles or the authorized emails that is there. So, but now if you see anyone can do it, how to save it? If you are comfortable with the bubble, you know about the privacy rules. You set up the privacy rule and that restrict who can see the data, right? And also who can uh, fetch the data using a do search for and all, right? But bubble does not have a facility to restrict who can delete the data, who can update this data. So, but here in Superbase, this is much better, much more advanced privacy rules you can write. But before we can come actually how to implement the RLS in your app, let me first tell you one more caveat about this plugin. So if you remember, we have set up this plugin here, right? We have set up our URL and this public key, right? Now the problem with this is everything works at a client side. So your URL and your public key is exposed to the client side. Anyone can grab it and use it. And since you have not set up any security policy, so anyone can see your job data, anyone can update your job data that you don't want it. But before showing you how can you restrict it, let me show you where can you see your data is exposed or not. So if you go to the, not this, I always forget, sources, yeah. Go to your dynamic file. Here, just search for this key. See, it is exposed. And if you see, this is my public key. So my public key is also exposed, right? So anyone can grab this key and access my Superbase database, this one, this data, all the jobs, whatever the table you have, and everything anyone can fetch it, right? Mind you, this is the public key that mean to be on the public side of it. So how you will restrict your app? So that's where the RLS comes. RLS full form is row level security. You will provide, you will set a rules for each table, how you want to edit it, how you want to, who can see the data, who can update the data, who can delete the data, right? Okay. So I think till now you pretty much understand what is RLS, why you should use it, right? Now we come on the third part, how to set up a RLS. It's pretty simple. Go to the table wherever you want to set up the RLS. Just say this is RLS disabled, just click it, enable. Simple. A basic RLS setup is done, right? But now we need to add a policy uh, to who can see the data, who can delete the data and everything, right? So for that, if you remember in our authentication table, for example, this is the, if you see the logs, oh sorry, not the log, this is raw JSON. If you see the metadata, it have a user type. So we only want to allow edit, delete for admin, and everyone can see the user data. So I think because that's the public data, so you don't really restrict on that. But if you want to keep on restriction, you can do that. So for this video, we will going to set up a RLS or a privacy rules on the job table that only allow admin to update and delete the data and add the data, because only three things only admin can do, and then other user type apart from the admin can do only view. They can fetch the data. So how to do that? Okay, just go to, okay, there is again a two way. One is a like a no code way, and the other one is a SQL way. So for this, we are going to go with the SQL route. But you can simply, for a non-SQL thing, you can simply go on this here, go to your table, click on add RLS policy, say create policy, and choose okay. You want to set for select and everything. This is the policy that applied. But we are going to SQL way, and we will do it via the assistant. So how we will, okay, we will say set up the RLS policy on the job table. I think that is the name of the table, right? Job table, yes. Table where logged in user can see the data, but for insert, update, and delete user metadata, user, what is the key name? That authentication, user type, right? So we have to should have value admin. So it will write a policy on behalf of you. Okay, so the first thing that we will write it, copy that. This is the one that we copy. So if you copy paste, so this is the policy who can see the jobs, right? And if you see this, it have set up for all the logged in user. So that's what we ask. So it said to authenticated and using equal to true. So authenticated always be true. User should be logged in to show the data, right? And we will run it. Success. Our select policy is done. Correct. Now the insert. Who can ins? So we got it for the insert user. So if we just copy for the insert job, so it shows app data, but that is wrong because we need user metadata rather than the app metadata. So that is sometimes AI, like how, yeah, I think our prompt is wrong, I guess. User, but we mentioned user metadata, but it gives us a app metadata, but that is wrong. Okay, so what we have doing it, we are checking user type. User type should be equal to admin to insert this. And if I just run it, okay, that perfectly works. Same way we have to do it for update. We have to again change it to user. User. Same way we have to do the next one for delete. Only admin can delete it. Now we have set up a RLS. Only the logged in user can see the job details, job data. Admin only can create, delete, and update the job data. So now time to test all of these assumptions or not. So to test it, I have two user. If you go with my table, one is the Nocode talks, that is user type as a normal, right? So this should not be able to edit and delete, right? But it can show the data. And this is the plus one. So we will going to use it. Let me just refresh my page. Now, if you see the user type that I have, that is a normal, right? It can now see the data. That is correct because my user is logged in. Now we will try to add the data. So let's suppose we are trying to run job, say job code for AI. And all of these are auto applied. No jobs is there. Okay, I think this is a job. Okay. IO. Okay, job company name is IO. Job title is the job. Oh, the job. Senior accountant. Job title. Full time. We will just copy paste the description. What we do. Our day to day activities. Now, if I just press on save, see, we got an error. New row violate. So even though now anyone can get hold of your URL and public key, they will not able to insert the data. And double check our DB also, like maybe. So if you see on there is only two jobs, right? So for delete and insert, oh, sorry, delete and update also works pretty much same as it's your homework, you do it. One more caveat while setting up this RLS. So let's suppose you set up a table here. Instead of using this authentication, you create a table, user detail table, right? Where you are storing a user data, like user type and its name, right? Let's suppose. And you set up a RLS on that table as a every user can update, see, delete their own data, and then set up this job as based on that table. Will it is okay or not? Take your time and do let me know. So instead of having a authentication and job thing, we have now a three thing: authentication, user table, job table, and user table will have a user type. And we are setting up the job table RLS based on the this user table. Will it is a better solution? Not whatever. What's your thought on it? That that won't be a good solution. Why? So let's suppose in a user detail table you have a user type as a normal user. Since I can update my own data, I can set up that as a user type. Sorry, that user type as a admin. So that won't, and once you set up the user type as an admin, you can edit any job, any table, anything. So that is wrong. But to update a user metadata, you need a server token. So if you remember, we have talked about this server service role, the secret. This is what you need it. This one or this one? I'm just got confused. This one or this one? Sorry, this one, service role. This is what it required. And we never expose it. We never expose it at a client side at any given point of time. So if you even read it, this key has the ability to bypass row level. And this by using this key, you can even fetch the user metadata. So that's it about the RLS. Hope you understand it. Just to summarize everything, RLS is nothing but privacy rules, but it is more powerful than that. So you can use nested privacy rules, any kind of privacy rule that you need it. I think most of this, not limited like bubble where it says, okay, we won't able to do the nested one and anything. You can do everything in Supabase. So this is RLS. If you have any question, any doubt, do let me know. Thank you. Thank you very much.